Please direct your attention towards the middle of the room. I would like to turn the microphone over to our best man. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please, a great big round of applause for Mr. Steve Schmidt.
Before I officially begin my remarks, I'd like to first make a little toast to Lori and Gary Schmidt on their 33rd wedding anniversary. Brian and Christine, if you can be as good as them, you will be lucky.
Whoa, yes.
But I'd like to start with the story of two young kids, but not these two, Julia Crossan Cook and Peter Two Times. You see, Peter and Julia were dates for the 2001 West High School prom. Of course, they weren't each other's dates. Peter went with a young girl named Christine Calderwood, and Julia went with a young man named Brian Schmidt. But what Peter and Julia didn't know at the start of prom night was that they would not be getting a goodnight kiss. On their dates, at least. Rather, the stars and the fates and the hormones all brought Peter and Julia's dates officially together for the first time. And 10 years later, we're here today celebrating the marriage of Brian and Christine. So, from those humble beginnings, Brian and Christine really were inseparable. Whether it was the Chadbourne dorms, side-by-side efficiencies in the basement of Langdon Street, or one bedroom on Gorham, Brian and Christine seemed to spend almost every single moment of college together. They spent most of their time scoffing at other drunk people while they stayed inside and watched romantic comedies. I think those of us who know the groom well realize the main reason for this is that after 2 beers, Brian is pretty much useless. They did what they could. After college, it was off to Chicago for a taste of the big city and real-world jobs. But after living in an apartment for the size of a closet for about a year, they came back to Madison so Braga here could learn how to play doctor. I think it was during that time that Brian and Christine finally decided they were sick of each other a little bit, that they made some new friends. We're happy to see those people here. Brian also got his tolerance up to 3 beers, so we're pretty happy about that. After 2 years at med school, of course, things got a little interesting. When Christine decided to head to Atlanta to pursue her master's, and Brian stayed back in Wisconsin to finish med school. Some of the skeptics among us thought maybe the long-distance thing might not work out. And, but much like the couple's cats, New Bay and Soleil, Brian had already had the Bob Barker treatment, if you know what I mean, spayed and neutered. It was pretty clear he wasn't going anywhere. Long distance, we are happy to report the couple will finally be back together in Seattle, sipping lattes and dodging raindrops. But to get serious for a moment, Christine, you are truly the sister that I've never had. We've laughed, we've argued, we've sung, we've danced, we've ate, we've drank, and then we laughed and argued some more. I think you are the rare combination of a very strong, determined woman who actually cares about other people. And I think it is pretty clear that Ryan could not have done any better. Ryan, there is no way you could have done anything. Just so you know. But really, I am pretty sure that no one understands me quite like you do. Whether it's watching Badger basketball, playing catch on Kendall Avenue, or refusing to order a soda at a restaurant due to our frugal nature. I think our likes and eccentricities are two of a kind. I know that you've always been there for me, and I know you always will, so congratulations. Your relationship friendship is the envy of those of us who do truly aspire for true love. You support one another, you're a great team, and I think most importantly, you not only love each other, but you actually like each other. So I guess for this United Nations style wedding, I'd like to raise your glass, and if you could repeat after me first. For the Jews, L'chaim. For the Persians, Salamati Nushjan. For the French, Alors présente. And for the rest of us, cheers.